There's, okay, yeah. Hi, ciao. Today, Antonia and I are taking on our most daunting travel challenge yet, and that's flying with our 6-month-old daughter, Mila, around the world to Italy. Italy holds a special place in the hearts of Antonia's family. Her grandparents, or Nonno and Nonna as they call them, grew up in Italy and eventually moved to Canada to start their family. Needless to say, Antonia has several strong ties back to her native roots, and her whole family makes an endearing effort to keep that enriched Italian culture a big part of their lives. In today's video, we'll be doing our best to make it to Italy in one piece and hooking up with Antonia's mom, dad, and brother Lorenzo. Once settled, we'll be exploring the local town of Giulianova where Antonia's family all live, as well as taking a drive up the mountain to a small village called Villa Ricci, where Antonia's Nonno and Nonna were born. Can't thank you enough for joining, and let's get this crazy adventure started. Traveling now with a baby is going to be a whole different beast from what we're used to. Usually we just have one carry-on bag and one backpack, but now with a baby we have a car seat, a stroller bag, a diaper bag, all sorts. So this is going to be a learning curve. Originally our flight was from Salt Lake to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Rome. We got an email a day before saying that Dallas was having some crazy thunderstorms, so our flight got changed. So now we're flying from Salt Lake to Chicago, Chicago to London, and then from London to Rome. So we have one more layover than we expected, but it honestly might be a good thing with a baby just to be able to give her some time to stretch and move around. We were lucky enough to get a middle seat, so the first flight to Chicago won't be too bad.
Electronic smoking devices may not be placed into any power source, including the USB.
We've successfully landed in Chicago. A quick bite to eat from McDonald's. Your baby is good.
Did you go to McDonald's with Jenna?
Now we're on our plane to head to London. Our flight from Chicago was delayed about an hour and a half, so we just got into London, and thankfully there's an awesome representative helping us to be able to connect to our flight, so hopefully we get it, because it leaves in like 30 minutes.
Any passengers traveling to any one of these destinations? Where are you going? Istanbul? Just find your name under Istanbul there, my darling.
Basically, our flights got canceled from Dallas. They rescheduled us 2 days later, which was annoying. And then our flight got delayed in Chicago and we missed our connecting flight in Heathrow to Rome. So now we have to wait a couple hours and we're getting on another flight.
So overall, we're 2 days late.
Yes.
Frustrating. That lady was really nice, but American Airlines is honestly so difficult. When we were getting off the plane just now, like there was a riot of people, just so mad.
They missed their flight.
like saying, this is the last time we fly American. But we'll get there. On a good note, Mila has just been so good, especially that last flight. She had a big blowout, which Antonia handled like a champ in the bathroom. But overall, she's just been a champ, a smiley baby. And that's all we could really ask for. Getting off the last flight of the day. Thanks, guys. Mila slept that entire flight. Was such a good girl. I was exhausted that flight. I felt like both of us hit our max. But we are in Rome. We're ready to go. We were a bit nervous to check our bags because we had 2 layovers. We were really scared that our luggage wasn't going to show up here. But so far, we've gotten our 2 carry-on bags that were originally carry-ons that we had to check. Now we're just waiting for our stroller and our car seat. Fingers crossed, it's still coming. I think we got a stroller. We got our stroller. Nice. Just the car seat left. That makes me confident. This is Antonia's biggest fear. And we're 3 for 4 as of right now. 1 more to go. Antonia says the car seat's the most important one. In Rome, they don't use car seats. Just kidding. The plot has once again thickened. They have lost our car seat bag and it didn't end up on our plane, so it's apparently supposed to be delivered tomorrow to us in Giulianova. So at the moment, we don't have a car seat bag. Say hi, Nona. How are you?
Good. Finally.
Crazy day. Holy. Hey, Nona. Are we in Italy? Are we in Italy? She's been so good.
Okay.
Mila, you gonna have your first bite of gelato? / first bite of food really ever?
Oh, is that yummy?
She's
that
like
tasty?
sucking on it like a bottle.
Pork fat with peppers in it. It's a little bit spicy. Prosciutto and tomato, zucchini and maybe ricotta of some kind, I don't know. Peppers. Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's kind of sweet, a little salty. Bread is really crunchy. Nice olive oil. It's really good.
That's it.
Show us what we have.
Oh yeah. Steaming hot.
Rostaccini are similar to kebabs, so a little smaller, and it's mutton. It's barbecued on a special barbecue called the formicella, and that's about it.
It's grabby.
Is she gonna flee?
I don't think she's strong enough.
That was just so moist and rich. Jimmy was saying that if there was one thing that he could bring from Italy to the States, it would be this, because you can't buy this anywhere. What Italian restaurant can you find these at? After the much needed gelato and rostaccini pick-me-up, we headed back to our Airbnb, which was directly in the center of town, and called it quits for the night. Over the next few days, we settled into the flat and spent some much anticipated quality time with Antonia's family, eating more than I care to share. Along with eating plenty of food came lots of time at the beach, which was just minutes away from our rental, and some shopping for some genuine Italian leather shoes. We just drove about 20 minutes from Giulianova, where we're staying, to Antonia's dad's cousin's house to have a delicious lunch. After we eat lunch, we're gonna head up into the mountains, about a 45-minute drive to the little town of Villa Ricci. Villa Ricci has a lot of meaning to this family because that's where Antonia's Uncle Mike and Aunt Santina grew up. And so every now and then their family will go up there and congregate and have a meal together. And I forgot to mention that Antonia's grandpa and grandma, or as they call them, Nono and Nona, also grew up in Villa Ricci. So a ton of meaning behind this place, and I can't wait to see it. So for now, we feast, and in about 3 hours, we're gonna make the drive up to Villa Ricci.
No, we're not finding it.
Thank you.
Olive alla scolana.
Okay, and it's a fried olive, right?
Fried olive. Lasagna.
Lasagna. That's a big dish of lasagna.
Oh, see, it's so big. We are too many people.
Yeah.
Mama said check if it's cooked. There you go. Stick your finger in.
Zia Santina's famous. How she checks if hot burning lasagna is finished? If she sticks her finger right in it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, everybody, come on, sit.
To Villa Ricci. Lorenzo, how was lunch?
It was pretty good. I'm pretty full. So it was overall good experience, I'd say.
Lunch was amazing. The lasagna was so tasty. And now we're headed to Villa Ricci, the stomping grounds of Jimmy's parents.
So do we have an off-board or what?
Are you ready to go, Mila? Monica saw how squished I was in our little rental car, so she saved me and brought me into their car. Now I got a lot of leg room, and I got the front seat. Grazie.
You're welcome.
So when was the last time someone lived in Villa Ricci?
The last people left Villa Ricci was during the earthquake of 2006, where the houses, which are 100-year-old buildings, had a lot of damage to them. Perché di Villa Ricci ce ne sono due a terra. This is the house, this one down here, where Zio Nicola, mom, and all their brothers and sisters were born. This is probably 1880, 1870, 1860. That's when it was originally fixed. The house beside, where you can just see the side of the house, is where Zia Antonia moved after she was born. They were all living in this house. They were, I don't know, 11 kids.
This is your old backyard, huh?
Yeah, I'm born in there.
Crazy.
There was an old house here, there was a big kitchen.
Devi pulire un po'.
They replaced the floor?
No, clean.
Clean, they cleaned. Hey, it looks good in here. All of Antonia's extended Italian family are all here at Villa Ricci, and we're about to have a mass in that church right there. This is your great-grandma's sister.
Thank you.
San Gabriele della Dorata.